Good day everyone. Today we will be presenting chapter 7 software development. So what is software development? Software development is the process of designing, creating, testing and maintaining software applications. It plays a very important role in technology because almost every system used today, such as mobile apps, website and computer programs, is created through software development. In this presentation, we will discuss about the foundation of software quality, software development process and methodology, key issues and safety critical system, excellence and strategic implementation. Number 1 is foundation of software quality. The foundation of software quality refers to the basic principle that ensures software works correctly, efficiently, and reliability. It focuses on meeting both functional requirements, what the system should do, and non-functional requirements such as performance, security, and usability. Good software quality also means that the system is reliable, easy to use and secure for users. This foundation helps developers create software that meets our needs and performs well. Understanding software quality, functional and non-functional requirements. Software quality means meeting all functional specification and functional requirements like performance, security, and reliability standards consistently. Functional requirements describe what the system should do, while non-functional requirements describe how the system should perform, such as speed, security, and reliability. For example, in an online shopping app, a functional requirement is allowing users to add item to the cart and place an order. A non-functional requirements is that the app should load quickly and protect user payment information. Number 2, quality dimensions framework. Reliability, performance, security, usability, and maintainability form the core dimension defining comprehensive software quality assessment criteria. This helps developers evaluate if the software is effective and dependable. For example, a banking application must be reliable so it does not crash, secure, its user data is protected, and easy to use so customers can transfer money without confusion. 3. Real-world failure impact. Software failure directly affect market reputation, user trust, financial performance, and organizational credibility in competitive digital landscapes. When software fails, it can cause serious problems such as loss of money, damaged reputation, and loss of user trust. For example, if an online payment system crashes during a sale, customer may not be able to complete their transaction, which can cause the company to lose customers and revenue. Number 4, cost-benefit trade-offs. Development teams must balance quality investments against project costs, timeline constraints, and resources and limitation for optimal business outcomes. Developers must balance software quality, development costs, and project time. Improving quality often requires more resources and longer development time. For example, a company creating a mobile app might release a simple but stable version first, then add more features in future updates to manage costs and meet deadlines.
So in this slide, we will be talking about the 5 importance of software quality. So the first one is the core strategic value. It means quality drives competitive advantage and effectively mitigates operational, financial, and reputational risk, and modern software development. So, overall, ibig sabihin nito is mas magandang software quality ay nagbibigay ng advantage for the company para it is because mas nagiging reliable ang kanilang services. So, the next one is the operational excellence. It means high-quality software reduces bugs, minimizes downtime, and significantly decreases maintenance costs throughout product life cycle. So, madaling salita, mas importante yung mataas na quality ng software para mas maayos yung takbo ng system or flow ng system. And kapag less lang yung bugs and errors, hindi mas madaling masira yung system and mas nalilesen yung gastos sa pag-aayos nito. And the third one is the user satisfaction and reputation. It superior quality enhances user experience, strengthens brand reputation, and improves customer retention rate sustainability. So by the word strengthens brand reputation, for example, kapag yung isang shopping app ay mas mabilis and hindi siya nagka-crash and mas nagugustuhan ng mga user or customer na gamitin yung app, and dahil dito mas nagbi-build yung trust nila dun sa company or sa app. And the fourth one is the compliance and risk management. Robust quality practices minimize legal exposure and financial liability while ensuring regulatory compliance requirements. So, in short, minimake sure na yung mga system ay may fina-follow silang rules and regulations para maiwasan yung mga legal problems. For example, yung isang system na mahawak ng mga personal data or information ng mga user ay dapat secured or may security para hindi madaling ma-hack. And lastly, the long-term sustainability. The quality architecture supports system scalability, facilitates evolution, and enables sustainable growth over extended periods. So, by the word long-term sustainability, kapag mas maganda yung software, or mas maayos yung design, structure, mas madaling i-update or expand for the future. So, we have 4 software product liabilities here. The manufacturer responsibilities means organization must ensure software meets legal standards and user expectation while managing liability exposure effectively. So it means may responsibility ang isang company na make sure or siguraduhin na yung software nila ay safe and gumagana siya. So for example, sa navigation app or software ng isang car, and kapag namali yung direction ng car and nag-cause siya ng accident, mas maaring managot yung company dito. So, next one is the liability exposure levels. Safety critical system face higher legal standards. General purpose software operates under different contractual frameworks and risk profiles. So, for example, dito is yung hospital software ng mga equipment. So, kailangan sobrang accurate nun kasi nakasalalay dito yung mga buhay ng pasyente. So, yun lang yan. And the third one is the market impact cases. High-profile failures demonstrate financial consequences, reputational damage, and regulatory scrutiny affecting long-term because visibility and stakeholder trust. So kapag mayroong malaking software failure and So the third one is the market impact cases. High-profile failures demonstrate financial consequences, reputational damage, and regulatory scrutiny affecting long-term business visibility and stakeholder trust. So kapag merong malaking software failure, maaring mag-cause to ng pagkasira sa reputation ng company. So for example naman is sa booking app. So kapag madaming nag-crash na airplane dun sa isang company ng airline na yun, mas nagiging anxious and nagwo-worry yung mga customer na mag-book sa airline nila, and yun yung pagiging cause ng pagkalugi or pagkasira ng mga reputation nila. So lastly is the risk management strategies. Insurance coverage, warranty terms, and contractual clauses provide essential protection mechanism for mitigating software-related legal and financial exposure. So, para malesen yung risk, gumagamit yung mga company ng iba't ibang way para mabawasan yung pagkasira ng reputation nila, like insurance coverage, warranty terms, and contractual clauses. So for example, may warranty yung software para kapag nagkaroon ng problema, may support and compensation sila sa user. So next slide is all about stock markets and software vulnerabilities. So the first one is the market impact analysis. Major software outages trigger significant stock price volatility. Global IT incidents demonstrate direct correlation between quality failures and investor confidence. So, ibig sabihin, kapag nagkaroon ng malaking system outage, may chance na bumaba ang mga stock price ng company because nawawalan yung mga confidence ng investors. So the second one is the financial and operational metrics. So customers trust index declined 15 to 40% post-incident. Incident response time averaged to 2 to 6 hours. These metrics quantity business impact and influence shareholders' decision. So kapag may mga incidents, bumababa yung mga tiwala ng customers and matagal bago maayos yung system. So for example, kung may data breach sa isang online service, yung mga users ay tumitigil na sa paggamit nito. Lastly, investors' confidence implications. Quality issues and erode long-term investors' confidence and valuation. Companies with robust incident response protocols maintain stock stability. Transparencies regarding vulnerabilities strengthens stakeholders' relationships and market credibility. So, kapag nauulit-ulit yung software issues ng isang company, maaring totaling nawawalan na ng tiwala yung mga investor. So, for example, kung laging nagkakaroon ng security problems ang isang platform, umaatras na yung mga investors. As you can see here in the table, meron tayong 4 types of incidents like major outage, data breach, minor disruption, and security patch. So, dito sa table na to, it shows kung gaano nakaka-apekto sa company. Like the stock price impact, recovery time, customer trust loss, and recovery costs. So as you can see here, ang pinakamataas na impact sa isang company is yung data breach. So in conclusion, napaka-importante ng software quality and security dahil because nakaka-apekto ito not just the system, kundi pati sa mga trust ng users and investors, at lalong-lalo na sa kita ng company.
Good day everyone, I'm Carmina Gamalog and I will explain the Software development, process, and methodology. Describe how software is developed and structured from beginning to end. Planning, designing, coding, testing, and system maintenance are all part of the process, which is the sequential flow of developing software. The approach or style utilized to complete those processes such as adhering to a sequence or operating in flexible cycles is known as methodology. To put it simple, the approach helps developers create software that efficient, well organized and satisfies user needs while the process tell you what to do. The software development cycle is a simple sequential process used to produce software. In order to assist developers understand what customers need, the system is carefully designed during design and planning after requirements analysis. After that, the actual program is built through coding or implementation and testing, where errors are found and fixed to ensure quality. After then, the application is deployed and maintained meaningfully. User can access it and it regularly update. Finally, developers gather feedback and make improvement to the system every time. In short, the software development lifecycle is a cycle that helps teams produce software in systematic, efficient, and high-quality way. The capability maturity model integration is a guidebook that helps businesses improve their software development process by following multiple stages of maturity. It starts at level 1, initial, when the processes are chaotic that unpredictable and move on to the level 2, manage, where basic planning and management are put into practice. At level 3, defined, procedures are consistent that thoughtful, documented across the whole organization. Level 5, optimizing, where the business focuses on innovation and ongoing development, comes after level 4, quantitatively managed, where data is used to guide and control performance. In short, CMMI show how a company can go from having chaotic processes incredibly well organized and continuously improving. These quality management standards are policies and procedures that assist businesses in creating high quality, secure, and dependable software. Software quality is defined by ISO or IEC 25010 as ensuring that it is a safe, quick, and simple to use. The focus of ISO or IES 9003 is on how businesses should run their operating to provide software of the highest caliber. IEEE 10112 guarantees that software is tested and verified to ensure proper operation. ISO 26262 is mostly for automobiles and ensure that electronic systems are safe and do not result in collisions. Finally, SOC 2 and SOC 3 demonstrate a company's adherence to sound security procedure and protection of user data. All things considered, these guidelines aid in making software reliable, secure, and user-friendly.
Key issues and safety critical systems. Critical issues in software development. What technical debt accumulation from quick fixes and shortcuts, legacy system maintenance burdens, and persistent skill gaps in emerging technology across development teams. And who development teams responsible for implementation, stakeholders overseeing projects, outcomes, and end users. Vulnerable to system failures and security breaches, where distributed teams operating across multiple geographic location, cloud infrastructure, hosting applicants, and multi-platform support spanning web, mobile, and enterprises systems. Why? Compliance complexity growth from interconnected system, evolving security threats in digital landscape, and regulatory compliance and requirements across different jurisdictions. Aggressive timing pressures from release cycles, market demands for rapid features development, and competitive pressures for continuous products updates. How agile adoption methodologies for iterative development, DevOps practices enabling continuous integration and development, and automated testing frameworks ensuring quality assurance. Next, development of safety critical systems. Requirement specification and verification. Rigorous cycles ensure comprehensive requirements, documentation, and systematic verification of system specification for implementation. Redundancy and fault tolerance. Multiple system components and fail-safe mechanisms ensure continued operation despite component failures for unexpected system degradation. Monitoring and safe failure. Continuous runtime monitoring detects anomalies and triggers controlled failure mechanism to prevent catastrophic system breakdowns. Formal methods and correctness. Mathematical proof techniques validate system correctness and eliminate logical errors through formal verification methodologies. Testing and certification. Comprehensive test suites and independent certification protocols validate safety, compliance, and system reliability across all operational post scenarios. Post-development surveillance. Real-world performance tracking and rapid response procedures enable swift, corrective actions and continuous safety improvements initiatives. And next, development challenge and solutions. Maintain continued leverage established best practice that have proven effective. Number one, comprehensive documents standards ensure knowledge preservation and system maintainability. Number two, peer code reviews catch the text early and promote knowledge sharing. Number three, rigorous testing protocols validate functionality and prevent regression. And then number two, adoption innovative approach to elevate quality standards. Number one, deploy advanced test automation frameworks reducing manual effort and increasing coverage. Number two, integrated AI-driven quality assurance tools for predictive defects detection. Number three, implement continuous monitoring system for real-time performance insights. Number three is enhance, prioritize strategic improvement for sustainable development. Number one, address technical debt systematically through refactoring and architectural improvements. Number two, modernize legacy system via incremental immigration and abstractions layers. Number three, implement scalable infrastructure to support system evolutions. And number four, eliminate discontinued practices that compromise software excellence. Number one, eliminate rush release schedules that sacrifice quality. Number two, enforce rigorous security reviews as mandatory things. Number three, break down silos through a cross-functional collaboration and shared accountability.
Good day everyone. Today I will be discussing quality engineering strategies, which are important practices used to ensure software quality, reliability, and efficiency. First, we have a continuous integration and continuous deployment, or CI or CD. This strategy focuses on automating process of buildings, testings, deploying softwares. By doing this, developers can release updates faster and fewer errors, since issues can be detected early in the development cycle. Next is test-driven development. also known as TDD. In this approach, developers write tests before writing the actual code. This helps ensure that the code meets the requirement from the start, improve the designs, and result in better test coverage. The third strategy is code review standards. This involves reviewing codes before it is finalized. It catches errors early, improves quality code, and ensures consistency. It also promotes knowledge sharing among the team members. Next is we have security and analysis integration. This means integrating security checks and analyze tools into the development pipeline. By doing this, vulnerability can be detected early, ensuring the software is secured and meet compliance standards. Lastly, we have a quality culture development. This strategy focuses on building a mindset where everyone in the organization is responsible for quality through training, accountability, and performance metrics. Teams are encouraged to maintain high standards in their work. And in conclusion, those strategies work together to improve software quality, reduce risk, and ensure successful project delivery. Thank you.
Good day everyone. This slide show our strategic quality roadmap or work plan for this whole year. It is divided into 4 quarters, and each quarter has main focus to improve quality, security, and performance of the system or organization. Number 1. Foundation. In quarter 1, the focus is foundation. This means we first assess or evaluate the current system or process to know its maturity level. We also establish baseline metrics or starting measurement. We define quality standard and best practices, and we document the current process to identify areas that need improvement. So basically, this phase is about planning, assessing, and setting standard. Number 2. Infrastructure. In quarter 2, the focus in infrastructure. In this phase, we implement automated testing to improve code reliability. We also upgrade the CI/CD infrastructure to make deployment faster. We integrate quality checks into the development pipeline. So this phase is more on building tools and systems to support quality development. Number 3, security focus. In quarter 3, the focus is security. We deploy security and compliance scanning tools to protect system. We also conduct team certification or training program and improve vulnerability management. This phase ensures that the system is safe and secure. Last is optimization. In quarter 4, the focus is optimization. We measure the return of investment or the benefits of the quality improvement. We refine or improve processes based on performance data, and we plan for next generation improvement. This phase is about improving and preparing for the future. So overall, the roadmap show a step-by-step plan. First, we plan and assess. Then we build the infrastructure. Then we focus on security. And finally, we optimize and improve the system. The roadmap helps ensure continuous improvement in quality throughout this year. This slide shows the summary and key takeaway of our topics. First, core message. Software quality is very important and cannot ignore because it helps organizations succeed and stay competitive. If the software has good quality, the company can perform better and satisfy user. Second, quality requirements. To achieve quality software, the company needs three things: processes, discipline, technology investment, and organization culture. This means the company must follow proper process, use the right tools and technology, and everyone in the organization must care about quality. Third, business impact. Quality software help reduce risk, lowers costs, improve efficiency, and give the company an advantage over competitors. Lastly, future focus. In the future, software quality will improve more because of AI and machine learning automation, zero trust security, and resilience engineering. Overall, software quality is important not only the system, but all for the business success and future development.